So Monday Night Raw's ending was pretty good. The January 13th edition of Monday Night Raw for 2020 was actually pretty good. Obviously, you had some great matches, and then you had those fillers, but hey, it was pretty good. Starting off, Randy Orton cutting a promo. Well, it was supposed to be AJ Styles and Randy Orton kicking off Monday Night Raw with their match, but instead, well, I'm just gonna, yeah, you're gonna see me blow my nose. I know, disgusting, right? The guy blows his nose in front of a goddamn camera and has no class, no dignity to say, just gross. And now you digging in your nose? Ah, disgusting. Here's the thing. I'm no filter. I have no filter. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. On front of a camera and not in front of a camera. Well, you're not going to see me do too much in front of a camera. But I'm no filter. That's just me. But AJ and Randy was supposed to kick off Monday Night Raw. Instead, it was Randy who came out, cut his promo saying he was going to be the guy to introduce everyone to Monday Night Raw. And then AJ came out, said he was just concerned for Randy, got an RKO, he thought he was legitimately hurt. And then when he hit his RKO on Tozawa, said some people called it the sweetest RKO they ever seen. I thought that was the one on Evan Bourne by Randy Orton. That was sweet as hell. And then Drew said that he didn't want to interrupt their RKO measuring contest. Claymore's better. Bigger. Other than that, I mean, Drew came out, and then he came out, said he overcame the Conga line, he was looking for bigger and better opponents, and then the match turned into a triple threat between Drew, AJ, Randy. This was out of nowhere, this was out of the blue, but hey, the triple threat started. Drew, Randy, and AJ got to a fast start. OC came out, got an RKO and a Claymore for their troubles. The match was pretty good. I mean, it was a solid opener, but the muted crowd in Kentucky, the muted crowd in Kentucky didn't do much for the match. But still, good match nonetheless. Drew won. You had AJ get hit with a Styles Clash, and then Randy got hit with a Draping DDT. It was incredible. It was an RKO from Randy, Claymore, and then, of course, Drew winning is something. If they're building up Drew to something, if it's a face turn, it has to happen. Drew has to come face one way or another. And Drew looks like he's going to be a guy to watch out for in the Royal Rumble. That is my pick. He is my pick to win the Royal Rumble next Sunday. So far, Drew looks great. Recap of the 6-man tag, and then the Messiahs of Raw are backstage, and it said Seth was excited. Seth thought the fist fight was an opportunity, a demonstration. They're either with us or against us. There's no stopping them. It was just a simple motivation promo for him, AOP. And then Ricochet versus Mojo Rawley. I think it was just a good showing for Ricochet to say, hey, he's still a good guy at Monday Night Raw that we have. He was the winningest. I think he was the winningest superstar on Raw. I mean, he was the winningest superstar on Monday Night Raw. I mean, he won the U.S. title. He had great matches, just kept winning. And Ricochet is building up to being someone who can be a main eventer, who can compete for the top title, the WWE Championship. But other than that, Ricochet just looks nice. Street Profits cut their promo just reviewing Monday Night Raw. I mean, Dawkins is great. Montez Ford is great. But, giving them these, cringe lines is just ridiculous sometimes. It just gets a little bit annoying. Let them be themselves without the script. Let them be themselves without the script, please. Charlotte Flair, Sarah Logan. Just Charlotte being Charlotte, she won. I think later in the week, later tomorrow, I'm going to just upload my opinion video on Charlotte Flair and why she should be a main eventer. She should be the key star of Raw. She should be the key star of the main roster. Because a lot of people just seem to just think Charlotte is just very, very much just overrated and just independent and just not a star. She deserves to be in the mid card. She doesn't even deserve to be where she is. That's what I think of them. That's what I think of those people. Kevin and Joe backstage with Big Show saying, "Don't worry about the rules." Basically, all they need is a fist from the Big Show. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. This was a fun promo. This was actually a fun promo. First, Paul got booed out of the fucking arena. Booed out of the goddamn arena. He got booed out of the fucking arena with him and Brock standing in the ring. Just Kentucky had no love for him and Brock. They almost walked out, and then they came back in. They recapped Raw. Paul said his words, and then Brock was going to conquer the Royal Rumble. And the spoilers always come true, except those few times they didn't in 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, 15, 14, 13, 12. Yeah, those times. And then R-Truth came out to say that he was declaring. He declares for the Rumble, and then he undeclares for the Rumble because Brock is in the Rumble. Oh, goodness gracious. R-Truth is the GOAT of WWE, of wrestling comedy. Forget anybody else. It's R-Truth, no one else. You give him just something to do, R-Truth is just going to execute it. And he's just so talented in a way. The guy has been doing this for 20 years, man. Maybe more. He's been doing this for more than 20 years. And then R-Truth's been with the company since 2008. I mean, and he just gets better and better. And then he just gets funnier and funnier with something to do. And then he was trashing Paul. And Paul's... It was funny. This is legitimately me just like laughing at R-Truth, because R-Truth just is the funniest damn person in the world. And then, Brock attacked, and then he got F5. And, he said, "That's what's up." Ah, man, it was funny. It was a funny segment, probably one of the funniest segments already of 2020 for WWE, because R-Truth is God. And when Brock feels like it, he can be comedy gold as well. And then after the break, he lost the title to Mojo Rawley, the 24/7 championship. Yeah, it's lost a little bit of its momentum, but I still like it. Bobby and Lana arrived in the arena. They recapped the wedding and said Lana just said everybody was jealous of them. Just everybody was jealous of her, and oh god, I did it again. Lana just said everybody was jealous of her and Lashley being together, being a couple. And then, they were just going to go out and just crush Rusev. Then Rusev and Bobby had their match. I thought this was a fine match. Pretty something. It was something, just to say. With the weird ending. I mean, the ending of it all was when Rusev looked like he was about to win. Lashley was taking time to recover. Obviously, Liv Morgan came out to interfere, well, not interfere, but get in Lana's face when she, all that time, was supposed to be in the corner of Rusev. And that was just a really confusing thing. It was like, why is she coming out at the end of the match? But, hey, it happened. Liv got soda in her face, Lashley hit a spear, and won. More of this, please. This is my favorite story. And then, of course, Lana and Bobby got interviews saying Lana lets her ego get the best of her. She challenged for a mixed tag team match with her and Lashley versus Liv and Rusev. Of course, Bobby just was annoyed, so they're building up to something with them. I don't know what it's going to be, but hey, something's going to happen. War Raiders. Viking. Came out and cut a promo saying it was an open match challenge. It was an open challenge, not for the tag team championships. So they just was gonna anyone is going to step up is just going to get put down. And the Singh brothers came out. You know how it's gonna end. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. Liv and Rusev cut their promo. Rusev said they were a waste of breath. They were gonna win the fight, and then Liv just said karma is an honest to God bitch. Pretty solid. The women's championship contract signing between Asuka and Becky Lynch. This was entertaining. There really wasn't much that happened in the contract signing. The two just came out and signed the contract. Of course, Asuka came out and spoke in her Japanese native language because she is a heel, and also I love me some Japanese. But yeah, Becky, Kairi Sane was being her little self, was being her usual self, being, kind of like a little child in a way, but it was pretty fun to see that. And then, you had those two just stare at each other in a way, and then afterwards, Asuka sprayed the mist in Becky's face, and then Becky just cut a fire promo. A fire promo. Just saying that she needed anger. She needed something. She needed determination to fight, to just go after Asuka, and she got it. And it was just words that Becky was saying. Just give her words, and Becky will say it. Becky has been great on the mic since, she had that man run when she turned heel last 2 years ago. She's been excellent on the mic. You just gotta give her words, and she will just go straight in. And then she'll go down swinging in the very end. It was just a fire promo. Just listen to it. It's just incredible. But my thought is this. Asuka has to win. I'll say that later. I will explain in my prediction video. A recap of Rey versus Andrade. But they'll have the ladder match next week, which is going to be something. Both of them got their little interviews and promo backstage with the interviewers. Obviously, one of them is Charlie Caruso. Love me a little bit of Charlie. And Schreiber, I forgot her first name. I think it was Schreiber, but I just can't think of her first name. But both of them cut their promos afterwards, and then that's building up to the ladder match. Buddy Murphy, Alistar Black, they just continue to put on magic in the ring. Whenever those two just come together in a match, it's just God. Just God. It's fantastic. It's just simply fantastic. TLC, Monday Night Raw, I think 2 weeks after, and now you give them another match now. They just come up with new ways to just feel something. They do a whole bunch. They do a lot, and it's just ridiculous. Alistar looks fantastic. Buddy Murphy looks fantastic. Both, in a way, can be set up in the main event. Alistar Black has more main event potential. So does Buddy Murphy. It's crazy. Alistar Black won. Of course he did. Because he's been undefeated since coming up to the main roster. Oh my goodness. It was just insane. It was a fantastic match. It was just fantastic. It was simply fantastic. Of course, Buddy got ahead of himself and trying to go for a black mask tease, and then, Alistar hit a big time black mask at first, and then, that slight, I don't know how, maybe it was a botch, but maybe not, but Buddy kicked out, with the slightest arm up, and then just, boom, with a black mask straight to the face. Oh, man. Black Mass has got to be one of the best, kind of super kick finishers of all time. It's just insane how Alistar can just hit Black Mask and end the match right there. And then, of course, and this was a bit interesting to see, and I'm going to get to that later, Eric Rowan match. But wait a minute. Buddy Murphy was still out there. Wait, what are you doing out there? It was interesting. But Eric Rowan won. But Buddy was still out there. He was just looking at a confused state of mind. It was just like, okay, this is something different. Keep it going. And then finally, the fist fight match. I didn't think this was gonna be this. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but hey, the fist fight match was something. The fist fight match was something. It was just all around chaos. It was just basically last man standing with just 6-man tag team rules in a sort of way. It was just no holds barred. It was just street fight. It was all around chaos. And Big Show, hey, I don't know why people keep saying it, but Big Show hasn't turned heel yet. But, I mean, hey, Big Show's just there. He's just probably filling out the gap a little bit. But, it's good seeing Big Show just doing what he does. Even at his age, he still looks great. And the Messiahs of Raw did win, but with a shocking help of Buddy Murphy. Because, hey, although he didn't mind, although he didn't say anything at first, Buddy Murphy, came to the help of the Messiahs of Raw, Seth and AOP. He helped Big Show, helped the Messiahs hit a low blow on Big Show, and then of course, I thought he was going to hit Murphy's Law for a minute. I thought, okay, you're strong, but not that strong, buddy. If you were able to hit Murphy's Law, buddy, if you watch this video, if you can hit Murphy's Law on Big Show, you're gonna they have nothing else to do but put you in the main event. Because you're a strong son of a bitch. You're easily gonna become the strongest person in WWE. Forget Cesaro, forget Braun Strowman. You're gonna be the strongest guy in WWE for sure, and it's gonna be crazy. It was great. I thought the fist fight match was great. And I thought overall my thoughts on Raw was, hey, this was a pretty good show. For the second Raw of the new year, they did a lot. They built up a lot. Obviously, the next Raw is the go home show before Royal Rumble. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do on that show. But this was a really good show. They built up so many things now. And now, in my opinion, my honest opinion, Buddy Murphy is now a megastar, teaming with Seth and AOP. And here's why. You give him this kind of platform to do something in just a big stakes. You give him Seth Rollins. You give Buddy Murphy Seth Rollins. Simple, it's over. Buddy is going to be booked in with some great things. He might lose a lot, but he's going to perform at the highest of high. He's going to be somebody special. Because, of course, Seth Rollins is the top star in WWE right now. It doesn't matter who it is. That's the champion. It's Seth Rollins who's the biggest star in WWE by far. And you got him paired. You paired him with AOP, and now you have Buddy Murphy. There's 3 guys. One's tag team, one is an individual. It's almost like a little bit of the Shield, but it's almost like an evolution kind of stable. You got the leader, you got the tag team, you got the big brute, or you got these 2 guys that is going to be someone is going to be dominating in their own way, and then you finally have this grizzled young veteran who's going to be something huge. And Seth Rollins is Triple H. You got AOP, who's like the Batista and Ric Flair, and then you got Buddy Murphy, who's the Randy Orton of the group. This is already has something in the making. The Messiahs of Raw are something in the making to be great. Buddy Murphy has the potential for being absolutely ripped into the stratosphere, or just going up to the stratosphere and going somewhere big. That's my honest opinion on Buddy Murphy being there, and that's my honest opinion on the Messiahs of Raw overall. And my final thought, my overall rating of Raw, for me, is an 8 out of 10. This was a good show. I didn't think they need to change too much of the show for me. Obviously, of course, Viking Raiders, open challenge. and Liv Morgan and Bob, the whole storyline. But I love the storyline. I think it's my favorite. But yeah, that's my honest opinion on the January 13th episode of Monday Night Raw. Give me your idea. Give me like your comments on the show and everything in the comments. Uh, I mean, nothing really much to say. You know, I just it was a great show. I mean, this week of wrestling has so far been great. I didn't watch Impact Wrestling all the way because I was a little bit tired, and then I watched NWA Power. That was pretty good. It's building up to their show, so this is something. This has been a really good week of wrestling. I hope it ends great with SmackDown being better than it was these previous few weeks. So other than that, I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna end it here. Get this video up. I'll see you soon. Two more to go.